Oh, I'm live already. Gosh, look at me. Didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. We're going to get through this. I haven't even set my cameras yet, but we're going to do this. Let's do this. I'm in there arguing with the kids about hot chocolate. They're in there making a mess in the kitchen. They both want hot cocoa. I guess when it snows outside, it's supposed to be a tradition that you drink hot cocoa. So we got some snow today. Hey, by the way, welcome. I'm Stephanie with Festive Creations by Stephanie. If this is your first time here and you don't know who I am, that's who I am. Let me look here. Okay, yeah, see, look, I have a hot mess going on over here. Just let me set this camera a little bit. There we go. So this is my live where we are going to make the December wreath kit of the month. If you're not sure what that is, at Festive Creations by Stephanie, I provide you with a, if you subscribe to the wreath kit of the month, that is one wreath kit, that I guarantee you I'm going to make. So we put together a lot of wreath kits at Festive Creations, but I don't always make each one, but the wreath kit of the month I will always do. And so that I can give you a demonstration. And what's really fun is the wreath kit of the month is a recurring subscription. You get a new kit every month. And it's $52 no matter what I put in it. And you're going to see that the wreath kit comes with an exclusive sign, one of our UV protected metal signs. It comes with lots of things. So I'm going to show you this month's wreath kit. But the most important thing is that sign is not going to be found anywhere else. We make them right here at Festive Creations. So it's definitely a one of a kind. And then, as I said, I always go live and show you my version of the wreath kit of the month. So let's get started. I just sent out a text message. If you're on my text message notifications, let me move some electronics out of the way. That might have to sit there for a moment. I think I'm done with this one. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. So I'm going to go over here to Facebook and look at your comments. Teresa's in the house. Hey, Debbie. Haven't seen you forever. Hey, Julie. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. So I originally was going to do this last night, and then I recognized that we had a conflict of scheduling. So thank you guys for putting up with the last minute change. And just know too that next month's wreath kit, oh, it's right out here. I've actually already got it kind of set up, ready to go, because I will be on a cruise right before the wreath kit comes out. So I'm trying to get as much of that prep work done as possible right now. So I'm excited because we get to go on a vacation. We haven't been on a vacation. It's just Gary and I. We're not taking the kids, but I'm super excited. All right. That's me bragging about that. Come on down. So this is the December wreath kit of the month. If you belong to the wreath kit of the month subscription, you should already have your wreath kit. If not, it'll be there any day. We do have a couple of extra kits. I don't remember how many are left. So we only make a certain amount each month. And if we have any extras, we do offer them to you all. Hey, Heather, what's up? Hey, Kay, I love it. I love it. Diana, Central Florida. Girl, you should see the snow we got. You're so jealous. But Eli, hey, Juanita. Eli thinks he's going to make snowballs and snowmen. And I'm like, dude, there's not enough snow. It's not enough. All right. All right. So this kit comes with that exclusive sign. So as I mentioned, this is that UV protected metal sign that we use here at Festive Creations. So we make these and it's exclusive. No one else has a sign like this. I promise you. You received yours yesterday, Diana. Awesome. Well, I hope that you get some inspiration from my design. Hey, Lynn. Hello, hello. So you also will get this 15-inch elevated work frame. You're going to get 2 rolls of our Deco Poly Mesh, but look at this burgundy and white stripe. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But hold, please, because the ribbon is the like king of center of attention. Look at that. That is a velvet ribbon. We paired it up with this pink iridescent, it's got an iridescent pink edges. Can you guys see that? Okay. I hope you can see it as good as I can. And then we also added that we pulled out some of the gray in the sign with this 2.5-inch gray with the metallic dots. Look at all of that ribbon. Isn't that gorgeous? So I love the fact that we added the velvet in here because it really gives it a nice little texture and change. Did the kids happen to get sun catchers? Oh, Heather, yes. In fact, I have them set aside. They've been going to their grandpa's the last couple of weekends, so I think we're actually going to be able to do that this weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Heather. And then this also comes with this flower spray, this beaded flower bush, because we're going to be adding some of this to our design. And if I remember to do so, I'm going to show you a really cool trick on making the bows tonight. We're going to do something a little bit different with making bows. But look how fun that is. What do you guys think? What do you think? Yay, I love it, I love it. Oh, and for those of you, yes, thank you for reminding me. For those of you who are asking about where to get this kit, I'm going to put the link right there, and then I'm going to pin it, hopefully. Let me see if it's going to let me pin. It may not, but there it is. I just put the link in the comments. Oh, there we go. Now I can pin it. So now it'll be pinned down there at the bottom. Let's get started. Let's get this party started. So again, if you're just joining me, it is Stephanie with Festive Creations by Stephanie. We are making the wreath kit of the month for the month of December. And this one is all about love is in the air. Valentine's Day does very well for me. I was talking to my business coaching group this week and talking about how many millions of dollars is spent every year. And this is, they're actually expecting this to be a record year on Valentine's Day. They said an average of $185 per person will be spent. So what can you do to get a piece of that pie? Well, you have to offer something that is Valentine related, and this is no exception. And Valentine isn't necessarily limited to just our lover or our partner, right? So as time has progressed, and and times are changing, pets, people are buying Valentines for their pets. They're buying Valentines for all kinds of different family members. There is no rules, right? So think about Valentine gifts that you can offer. Also, because of the way this sign is made, this could also be used for wedding. It can be used for like a grandma, for mom, Mother's Day. That's what I wanted to say. Mother's Day, that kind of thing. And so it's not limited to just Valentine's Day, because this could go across different venues. All right, I started ahead of myself. I'm not explaining. So I just added some dots of rapid fuse glue, just a little dot on each spot. And then I'm going to take my cable tie mounts. These plastic cable tie mounts, they have like a foam backing to them and an adhesive, but I don't trust just the adhesive. So I use the DAP Rapid Fuse, and I'm going to put that right on that spot and hold it down and let that start setting up there. Hey, Shelly, I know, right? Claire, good to see you. How much does the kit cost? Kay, they are $52. And they always are $52. It does not fluctuate. So when you join the subscription, you're going to be paying the same amount every month, no matter how much or, how much I put in it. Like this month, we're getting that velvet ribbon. So, the items are going to change. Like next month, next month, I will tell you, is an Easter theme. And it is the first time we've ever done one like this. So it's definitely one of a kind. But next month's doesn't have floral, but it does have some additional, an additional attachment or treat in it. So each month I get a different treat. Hi, Joyce. How are you? Happy Thursday. So how many of you all, guys, right now, if you look at my bedroom, hey, Jenny, I know, right? You haven't got yours, Shelly? Girl, I wonder why. Because we sent them out last week. I'll have to check. So today, I started out the day because I'm having a panic moment. I really am not feeling the Christmas. By now, I'm usually got my stuff together. Okay, let's just be honest. I usually have my shit together. And I'm usually done and I'm well beyond worrying about Christmas at this particular point. But this year has just been so different for me that like I haven't even started. I felt like I haven't even started Christmas shopping yet. So I had to regroup and take a look at what I have. And so it's all spread out on our bed right now. But I'm further along than what I thought I was. I'm actually doing much better than what I thought I was. The only thing is here's a shocker. I don't even have my tree up yet. If anybody wants to volunteer, I've got it in the house. I've got the tote of the ornaments sitting over there, but it's still not put up yet. I don't know. I just haven't. I don't know why. I haven't had time. Tina, thank you, girl. I appreciate you. Awesome. All right. So while this is setting up, it's curing, that glue is setting up. I'm going to set that aside and we're going to get started on some mesh. I love that ribbon combination. I'm here to tell you. So for this one, it has 18 twist ties. So we're actually going to cut our mesh at 30 inches. Uh-oh. They are in trouble. Uncle Gary is not happy. He don't yell very often. He's not happy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut both of them at the same time. I'm going to use my rotary cutter. And I'm going to cut these at 30 inches. So when we get done, we should have 18 mesh strips. And we will be adding those. And then, like I said, our bow this time, as long as I don't get in a habit and forget to do it. Remind me when it comes bow time, I'm going to show you a really a different style of bow. I've done one other one on a live, but this one's going to go a little bit more in depth. Thank you, Claire. You know what? We have, Heather and I both design, and we have such a good time getting creative and, you know, using that creativity and being able to make our signs. So we just finished making the signs for next, hang on, let me think. What did we do? December? Yes. October, November, December. So we just finished designing those for next year. So we have to do them that far in advance so that we can order the mesh and the ribbon and all the things that go with it. And each time, her and I both have like different perspectives, and that's a compliment because she might see something and make a suggestion that will enhance it and vice versa. And I love the fact that she's half my age, y'all. Let's just be honest. She's half my age. So she brings that fresh, modern feel to it where I'm out of touch with the 30-year-olds, right? So I love that aspect that we can be that versatile right here at Festive Creations. I love it, love it. All right, so how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more set of 30 inches, and then we're going to rock and roll. Shirley, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Good to see you. Guys, thanks for stopping in. And I did put a link to this wreath kit of the month. It is a subscription. By the way, you will have mesh left over. It's okay. Save that mesh. But I put a link to the wreath kit of the month. If you want this one, as of when I went live, I still had some in stock. I don't remember how many, but it's very few, very few. Serena, hello. South Dakota in the house. Good for you. Hello, hello. All right, so friends, lately, my friends have been talking a lot about fraying. So I will tell you, one of the reasons that I use this technique that I'm about to show you is because it helps reduce the fraying. So First, I'm going to open up all the twist ties. And when I start, I'm going to start on the outer rim. I'm going to start on the bottom or the outer rim. And we're going to add some ruffles to this, some woodland ruffles. And the reason I like this technique a lot is because it does reduce the fraying more so than most other techniques. It definitely does, and I'll show you why here. All right, let me set this off to the side for a second, and let's come back down over here. So this 30-inch strip, we have a raw edge right here where we cut it. So that is where it's going to start to fray. Look, there's a piece right there. What makes it fray is movement and touching and it rubbing up against something. So we want to eliminate that. We want it to have as little action with anything else. So I'm going to curl that frayed edge or that raw edge inside. And I'm going to clip it for right now. And I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to curl this one on the inside. Now that raw edge is on the inside and it's not going to get moved around. It's not going to get tugged on. And then I'm going to do that ruffle by just walking up right there in the center and bring those two together. And now we have like that little butterfly. So now my raw edges are on the inside and I don't have that fraying going on here. So I'm going to take the bottom twist tie. I'm going to set that right inside of there and on the outer rim and give it a couple of twists, and there we go. So I'm going to repeat that all the way around the bottom. I will tell you that I'm going to skip every other one and then go back and fill in because I prefer it that way. I find that the mesh lays smoother on the frame when I skip and go back and lay the other one on top in between the two. I love the quality. Claire, thank you so much. We take a lot of pride in making our signs and only allowing quality to go out. I just got your list for the... Oh, awesome, Kay. Good deal. Welcome, welcome. You are not... So this kit, if you get this, if you purchase this kit now or subscribe right now, you will be getting this kit. Once they're gone, they're gone. We don't make any more because we only have a limited quantity to begin with. If you heard me just a minute ago, we are working on next October, November, December. So we have to work that far in advance. So we have to have a number. We have to know a year in advance how many, and it's a guesswork. We don't know how many people, how many wreath kits we're going to have. So we start out with a number and every 6 months we can increase it. But that's only as because I can't get supplies in faster than that, if that makes sense. Judy, I am. Hey, Genia, how are you? How are you doing, Judy? So inside, and clip it. But wait till you see this bow. I want to try and hurry up and get through all of this. So I'm going to quit talking as much. If you guys have any questions, holla. But I'm going to make this go a little bit quicker so I can get to the ribbon because I'm super excited about the ribbon. And of course, our sign is sitting over here off camera right now, but don't worry, we're going to bring it back down. I grabbed a drink before I came in here, but I didn't put it on ice, and I'm going to regret that. Did you catch my live sale today? Heather and I did a live sale today. Lots and lots of new arrivals, new goodies for Valentine's Day and the other upcoming season. People are finding a lot of the spring stuff that we just got in. And we just added some new wreath kits. So this is, with the wreath kit of the month, this one right here, you're guaranteed that I'm going to go live and show you my version because I don't make everyone. Are the kiddos getting excited for Christmas? Judy, Judy, Judy. Girl, what happened? What happened? Look, we're old school, right? We're old school. I snuck a peek at Emma's list for Santa Claus. She wants a phone to call people. She's 10, by the way. You guys don't know. She's 10. We have custody of our great niece and nephew. They're 9 and 10. So she wants a phone to call people. She wants a Stanley thermal cup. She wants a Bitsy. Don't ask. It is a little bitty virtual animal, and they're $50. She wants a pair of wide leg pants, or she didn't say a pair, she just said wide leg pants. She wants high heels. She's 10. 10. 10. Now, Judy, I don't know about you and the rest of you ladies. My Christmas list did not look like that to Santa. It didn't look like that at all. Am I crazy? Makeup, I know. What the heck? Juanita, I cut them at 30 inches. 30 inches are the length of it. My granddaughter also wants the Stanley Cup. Well, you know what, Aunt Stephanie? She has a thermal double wall cup, 40-ounce one. That's what you get. And what's funny is she's got 3 other thermal cups. She's got one with Stitch on it, one for her cheerleading, and another one, what was the first one we did? Unicorn, maybe? Whatever it was she picked out. So she now has 3 thermal cups. But no, she wants a Stanley Cup. I am almost 64 years old, and I could care less if I have a Stanley Cup. I could care less if I have Uggs. I've never been that kind of person where I had to have Tommy Hilfiger and Michael Kors and all the things. That's just not who I am. Oh, you're welcome, Juanita. Absolutely. Kids these days have so many. Okay, Diana, isn't that the truth? I'm not going to lie, because I just found out today one of her classmates has one of those Bitsies. So I was like, that's where she heard it from, because that word has never been mentioned in this house before. Hold on, hang on a second. Hey, Gary? Gary? Did you get that bread? Yeah. Okay. I could smell. I made a loaf of cranberry nut bread before I went live, but it wasn't quite done before I went live, and so Gary, don't forget to take it out. And if you do any baking at all, you know when you start to smell it in the air, it's done. So I was smelling it in here going, shoot, I hope he took it out of the oven. Most of the kids have the Stanley Cups because it's the name brand. God help us with this. Yes, Judy. I'm not a name brand person. Not at all. Nope. My mama raised me that you just better be glad you got a pair of jeans on your body. I don't care if they're Walmart tennis shoes. Now, I mean, there are certain things that I will pay extra for because, and I've taught my kids that too. You know, you get what you pay for. A thermal cup, a good pair of tennis shoes. Yes, I will pay more money for a good pair of tennis shoes. That's going to last me, or let's talk about the kids. Last the kids the whole year rather than 3 months. Absolutely will. But yeah. Vacuum cleaners. I don't buy cheap. I don't. You got to have a good vacuum cleaner. You should have one that you trust and that's gonna last you. It shouldn't be something that I want to invest in every other year. Shelly said I had to order another kit. Oh, I am Stanley Cup girl, but I'm almost 60, and that's okay. You know, when we get to that age, you know, we are at that age where it's like we deserve. We're to the point where if we want to buy a Mackenzie child, whatever, we've worked hard. But at 9 and 10 years old, you haven't earned it. You haven't earned it. Trust me. We know. I have 11 grandchildren. The lists are crazy. Debbie, I can't even imagine. Hey, Hoppy. Thank you, girl. Yes, my tumblers are just fine. Absolutely. They just got here today. They just got here today. I put them in my bedroom along with the other gifts, and I'm going to wrap them and put them under the tree if I ever get the tree up. I mean, the struggle is real around here at William's house this year. I don't have a wreath on my door. I have an elf sitting out front. That's it. That's it. I need to get right with the Lord and get my act together. I hear a couple bickering. Come on, Uncle Gary, take care of that for me. So yeah, good choices, by the way, Shelly. Thank you, thank you. I love the joint one. They're gonna love that. Love it, love it, love it. Eli really appreciates. He likes board games. He likes doing family things. Emma is kind of in an in-between stage. Like today, she comes home and she goes straight to her room and turns on the TV, and I'm like, where are you? Let's show you what I've got going on here. And so she's like, I'm watching TV. I said, no, we need some family time. You know, you just got home from school. And I was making dinner. I made some tater tot casserole, but then I started making that cranberry bread. And so I had them help, you know, just by chopping up the cranberries and little things like that. But it was great because we got to spend some time together, catch up on the day, and not be in front of the television. I said, you can watch TV when you go to bed. They get a half an hour of TV time when they go to bed. I know the other. I'm almost done with the tree. It has taken days. See, and Shelly, mine's not even going to be like that because I'm just going to use the same decorations as I did last year. I usually change it up about every other year. And last year I did all red and white, and I really liked the way it came out. So I'm going to do it. And I have all the decor right there in a tote. My tree is right there in the box in the great room. Maybe tomorrow I'll get up at 4:30. And instead of going straight to work tomorrow, maybe I'll go do that. Put the tree up. And then our silly little elf, who knows? He's been naughty this year. Our elf has. Shelly, I'm telling you, it's cray. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Almost ribbon time because I can't wait. If you're just joining, guys, this is the wreath kit of the month, and it comes with this exclusive sign. And this one is super fun. You can't see the ribbon off to the side, but I'll show you. So you're going to get the frame. You're going to get 2 rolls of this mesh, our exclusive sign, and 3 rolls of wired ribbon, and you get 10 yards of ribbon. So I know some places will give you like 5 yards each. However, I want you to have the flexibility to be as creative as you want. And so you get all 10 yards. And then you also get, look at this, this flower spray. All right. We have 1, 2, I think, oh, wait a minute. Here's 1. And this went up. Okay, so we've got 3 left. That's right. That's what I got down here on the floor. How many of you have started designing, creating, making something other than Christmas? Has anybody else moved on past crafting for Christmas? Anyone? Tell me what you're crafting right now. Are you still crafting Christmas, or have you moved on to a different season or event? And I know it takes a few minutes. There's a delay. There's always a delay by the time I ask a question and you type the answer and it gets to me. Have had a writer request have had winter requests to working on those. And I saw your comment right before I turned off the live, so I'm glad that you sent that email. And let me unhide that. What was it you said you wanted? Winter with pink in it or something? I don't know. Well, look, because I'll look and see what I have already. But now it is not my busy season. My busy season is over. I've already shipped out all the craft supplies to those of you that are making wreaths, and whether you're making them for gifts or craft shows or whatever. So it slows down for me a little bit. Yvonne, you're never late in my house. So Joyce, you're working on Christmas. Debbie said Christmas, last craft show this weekend. Awesome. Lynn is working on Christmas. Okay. And I was packing up Christmas, but had another order, making a Grinch wreath now, watching you. Oh my. You mean, yeah. I won't even go off on the whole copyright issue right there. We'll just move right past that. How's that sound? Yay. Okay, this is the last one. The last ruffle. And let's move on to some ribbon. So remember, this is going to be our focal point. And here are our ribbon choices. So it comes with this ribbon, this ribbon, and this ribbon. Yes, please. So I think what I'm going to do for this one is we're going to make some ribbon tails with these two right here. All right. So I'm going to make some 12-inch ribbon tails by using my little trusty ribbon tail board. Get those over there. And let me make some, we will need 18 of both colors because there's 18 twist ties on the wreath frame. So let's go ahead and get started. Yvonne said, not doing anything right now. Got a lot of Christmas, got a ton of Christmas already. Okay, awesome. So do you do, Yvonne, do you do anything for Valentine's Day? I was telling before you got on that Valentine's Day is actually one of the biggest, people spend billions. I think it was $2.8 billion in 2024 on Valentine's Day. They said an average of $185 per person. So, you know, it's like, why would you not want to offer something in your wheelhouse for Valentine's Day? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. I'm going to stop there. I can always add more. I made a lemon grapevine and it turned out great. Fall, or felt funny doing it as the snow is flying. So, but Judy, this time of year, people are looking for gifts. By now, they've already got their house decorated. They've got their office decorated, right? So now they're looking for gifts. So making a lemon wreath would be a great gift for mom or grandma or that teacher or whoever who has everything, right? But they don't have your wreath. They don't have your decor in their home, and it makes it unique, right? You have a few of those. Awesome. All right, the gray dots almost there. They're cracking me up. The kids. I shouldn't have this sweatshirt on. Every time I come in here and start crafting, then I start getting warm. And it's only like 15 degrees outside here in Illinois right now. I was watching the news though tonight, and I can't believe, like up northeast, some of y'all got 3 feet of snow. No, no, no. We're not ready for all of that nonsense. I've not had much luck. So When, so Debbie, you said you've not had much luck. Who are you marketing it to? How are you marketing that? That might be something that we want to talk about, because it might not only help you, but it might help somebody else too. Yeah, I don't talk about that. Well, Teresa, I get it, but if it is the copyrighted images, I ain't gonna help you anyway. You can call it whatever you want. I'm still making Christmas ones, but just about done with them. Okay, Connie, thank you. Oh, Yvonne. Okay, now I understand. Sometimes I get lost in the conversation because I've already moved on and y'all are commenting on something I said 2 minutes ago because of the delay. Okay, so we've got our gray with the silver metallic dots. And now we're going to get some ribbon tails with this 2.5 inch velvet in that burgundy. Copyright will come for you. Know someone that got sued for Green Monster. Yep, be careful. That's what I'm saying. Exactly, Judy. Doesn't matter what you call it. So think of it this way. Hang on, how was I going to word that? So here's how some attorneys approach it. That, and I've heard it all, right? So I made it, but I donated it. It was a gift. I didn't charge them for the sign. I only charged them for the wreath. So I really didn't violate any copyright. Yes, you did. So an attorney would argue, or has argued, that did that item lead people to come and buy from you? Any sales at all? Did it attract them to you that eventually turned into a sale and converted to a sale? So if that copyrighted item still benefited you, there you go. So think of it that way. And then also think of it this way. Do you know anyone that is an artist, that paints, that does artwork of any sorts? Well, you do artwork, right? Would you appreciate it if someone took your wreaths that you designed and duplicated it and was making money off of it, and it was your design? Probably not. And you probably want a piece of that pie, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to stop there. So, is it fair to the original artist for somebody to plagiarize their work? Probably not. Hey, Bridget. Hello, hello. How are you, neighbor? Facebook and my group following, no craft fairs. Facebook and my group following. I hear that's good. I hear Gary in there. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe I should have had him work on the... There's so many of them. Etsy, I just cringe. Yes. So it's not. Look, friends, I have a multi-6-figure business. Multi-6-figure. I almost hit 7 figures. Do I want to risk that over someone else's artwork and stealing somebody else's artwork? No, no, no. No. I would like to know that I built it on my integrity, on my business. And no one can take that away from me because I did not violate any copyright or trademark laws. So they can't take it away from me. That's for sure. And so I have to tell you, 2 years ago, I did a juried event down in St. Charles, Missouri. It's a very high-end event. And I brought my wreaths, and somebody down there, what was it they did? Hang on, I lost my train of thought. Oh, copyright. Etsy. Oh, I know. So I was like 2 rows in, and there was like 300 vendors there. So I was 2 rows in from the main door. But on the main line was another vendor that was selling like onesies and baby shirts and things like that. And I had a chance to walk around a little bit, and I saw her booth in her setup. And the first thing I noticed is a whole wall of copyrighted items. Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, all the things, right? And so me being the passive-aggressive, smart-ass person that I am, I went up to her and I said, do you mind if I ask you a question? She said, no, go right ahead. I said, how much did it cost you to get the license to resell all the copyrighted items? Oh, I don't have a license. She said, I just don't put it on Facebook. I just don't put it on Facebook. Oh, but I can take a picture of you and your booth and post it on Facebook, and you don't think anybody's going to see it? You don't think the passerbyers are going, hey, Aunt June, come over here. You got to see this one. Or come to St. Charles to this event. And, you know, she spread, look, no, no, no. Stop and think about it. And so when I see people on Etsy too, I'm just like, you must really, really not like your trade to really put it at that much risk. All right. Okay. We're almost there. I've almost got these dovetailed 12-inch tails. And boom. All right. So before we start adding our tails, I'm actually going to look and see where I want to put this sign. Started to say, if you hear me groan, it's because I'm bending over. Girls, does it get harder the older we get, or what? Okay, so before we start go any further, you know, we've got options on where we can place this. We can go right smack dab in the middle, but then I also I want to add some bows, and when I do that, I don't have a lot of room around the edges. So that's why I tend to go off to one side. So I can make that rule of 3, that little triangle. And this is like the point of it. So something here, something here. I can come down here and do something here and here. Make that triangle from this way. Boom, boom. So figure out where you want to place your design or your focal point. And then we kind of work from that. Sometimes I do that before I get started. And especially for those of you that are just starting out making wreaths, because it's easier to see it when it's not, when you don't have all the mesh on the frame. Judy, what, this year's going to be wonky because, for us, because we're taking, my husband and I are taking that cruise. We leave on the 27th, whatever that Saturday is, right after Christmas. Let's see. Christmas is on Wednesday. 25th, 26th, 27th, so it must be the 28th. So we're leaving that, and then we won't be back until January 2nd. And I normally have our family Christmas with my kids and grandkids the Saturday after Christmas, but this year is going to be weird, so we're going to do it before. I don't like to compete. I want my grandkids and, you know, our families to be able to have those traditions with their kids. And so I'm not one of those grandmas who are like, you got to be at my house for breakfast on Christmas morning. I'll have the breakfast casserole and the cinnamon rolls done. No, let them open their gifts and play with them and spend Christmas at home in front of the fireplace with their new toys. Don't go driving everywhere. I hated that as a kid. Judy, oh my gosh, it is so worth it. So worth it. And not near as what you would think it would cost. Trust me. Not near as much. Okay, let me get this guy attached. Where's my other one? Here it is. And here. All right. Good deal. So I'm putting my sign on first before I do my ribbon tiles because I don't need ribbon tails under my sign all the time. And I want to make sure that I have enough to do my bow coming up. Bows. Judy, we're actually leaving from New Orleans, which we've never left for. We've cruised before from I think it was somewhere up in California, right outside Long Beach. We've cruised out of Long Beach once, and then we've cruised from Miami, southern Florida, a couple of different ports down there. But this one is the first time we'll ever cruise out of the New Orleans port. So we're going to, it's a 7-day, and we will be going to Belize, Rotan, Cozumel. And yeah, super excited. Super excited. All right, let's get our ribbon tails going on here. Anyone else been cruising? What was your favorite cruise? Or have you been on a cruise? Have you wanted to go on a cruise? Where would you like to go? Gary and I have talked about doing like an Alaskan cruise, but I will tell you, as you can only imagine, taking on the little children at our age, that kind of changed our plans a little bit. So might have to put those on back burner for a little bit. But so their grandpa lives locally, and he works for one of the plants here, Indicator, and they shut down over the Christmas vacation. So I intentionally planned this cruise while I knew the plant would be shut down. So that would have, so I would have somebody to keep the kids, because I can't even imagine what it would be like to hire somebody. No, we couldn't do that to anybody. But they'll stay with their grandpa while we're gone. You've been on 3. They're seriously the best. Good deal. I'm glad you have. I am so happy you guys get to enjoy this time. Me too. We are so looking forward to it. And I know it's going to fly by, but friends, I will tell you, I will not have my email. I will not have my phone. I will not be working. So Heather will be back here packing orders and, holding things down. But I do not get the internet package when I'm on the cruise ship, because we just relax. It's R&R. And, when we go to a port, I do take my phone to the ports because sometimes we'll get on like a Wi-Fi, but even then it's very limited. So if you see pictures, it's because I'm at a port and I got on Wi-Fi, but otherwise we don't do that thing. Unplug. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do, Judy, is unplug. And I don't know about you, but it usually takes me 2 days before I can actually get to that point. So that's why a 7-day cruise is perfect, because it gives us both time to get that unwinding and then really let our hair down and be able to enjoy. We want to do some excursions at each of the ports, but I don't know which ones yet. I haven't got them reserved yet. I guess I should get doing that. What is today? Today is the 12th. I don't have much time left. And then we do, I don't know what you guys do when you do a vacation, but Gary and I have always been, we've been married 20 years. First of all, we started out with a change jar, the big water jugs. And it's always been or the water cooler jugs. It's always been our tradition that we throw our loose change in there all year round, and you know, in between vacations. And then when it's time for vacation, we cash it in, and then we split it between the two of us. It's not budgeted money. It's not planned money. It is like what we call blow money. We can do whatever we want to with it. Well, you know, as society and the world has changed, we don't have cash anymore, right? We very seldom have cash. So that change jar is only got like this much in it. So we switched things up this vacation, and we did budget in some fun money, some blow money. And I think I'm going to take mine and go to the spa and have a massage and just unwind that way. Maybe a glass of wine while I'm there. Who knows? It'll be fun, they said. Teresa, we're leaving at the end of, right after Christmas, the Saturday after Christmas. Yes, agreed, Yvonne. It is for unplugging. And we will be gone 7 days. Actually, we won't. Our cruise leaves is Sunday to Sunday, but because of returning flights, we won't be able to come back till the Monday afterwards. But it's fine. It's fine. Got to check out the Madison Chateau of the Arts in Madison, Indiana in September. Really? Around 300 vendors. That sounds fun, Joyce. Us Williams do the same. Awesome. That's funny, Teresa. Yes. I'm all about it. Okay. I'll get down here on the table here in a minute and show you how we are coming along with our ribbon tails. They're kind of hidden right now, but that's that gray 2.5 inch with the silver metallic dots, and our 2.5 inch velvet in that burgundy color. How fun. So we're going to continue those. We've got a few more around the bottom to do, and then we're going to switch to the top. Save the change. Yeah. I hope you're going right before, just to make sure I hope you're going the night. Yes, we are. Yes, we are going the night before. Fly into New Orleans, spend the night, and then our cruise doesn't leave until like 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. So we'll have a little bit of time in New Orleans. It's not my first trip to New Orleans. Gary's been there one other time, but you know, we won't have a whole lot of time to do it. We'll have to go get a beignet. I can't remember if I had him get a beignet the last time we were there or not. You can't go to New Orleans without getting a beignet, right? Yeah, we're still saving the change. In fact, it's funny because Eli, a couple of weeks ago, he was in our bedroom and he goes, you know what, Aunt Stephanie? You know what we should do with that money? I was like, what's that, bud? We should take a vacation. That's a great idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. Wish I would have thought of that. He's actually a pretty smart kid, let me tell you. Very sharp kid. The principal loves him. She said he is honest to a fault, and I said, yes, I agree. He can be ornery, but you know what little 9-year-old can't? He's no different than most kids. Okay. Especially after raising 3 boys, trust me. All right, so now I'm going to start on the top, so we're really going to be able to see a difference here. And I'm going to start right here next to our sign because I have a thought. I don't know what Uncle Gary's teaching them jujitsu. That's what he's doing. I keep hearing Uncle Gary give instructions in there, and now I know what he's doing. So Eli's actually grounded, and it's so funny because I think he's to the point where he's like, I don't mind being grounded because Uncle Gary spends time with me and teaches me jujitsu moves or martial arts. He does. He gets some attention from Uncle Gary that way. All right, before I do that, I'm going to come around here. I hope that cranberry bread is not overbaked. I'd be so unhappy. So unhappy if it is. Where is that? Okay. No, that's not correct. One thing when you add twist ties, guys, one of those little tricks of the trade that I didn't learn until well into my wreath making experience is when you go to add that ribbon or even add your mesh, you want to get it as close to the frame as possible. You want to push that down as close to the frame as possible so that later on it does not shift, because if it's loose underneath that twist tie, that means it's going to shift later on, just with movement. Diane, I'm telling you, this one is going to be gorgeous. And it already is, I agree. It's very pretty. All right, before I go here, I have a twist tie here, one there, and one there. Okay, I'm going to do, I have a method here, because I'm going to do a different bow. And it's going to go about in this location. So I'm going to skip that for a moment and put a twist tie or ribbon tails in here. All right, so let's set this aside because then we're going to make some bows. We're actually going to make 2 bows. So let's put this up on the wall behind me. I thought I cleared it off before I went live. Those colors are super fun on there, aren't they? Super fun. Look, there's no glitter in this one whatsoever, but I still have glitter on my table. I thought I got it all before I went live, and I clearly did not. It's glitter season. If you watched my live today when we did the live sale, Valentine's Day is still glitter season too. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First of all, don't forget we have this spray, and I am, let me think. That bow over there. Wait. I want to see how many I can get. I'm going to give you the formula here in a minute. I have to think about this in my head. I have a bow hanging back here that I used as a template during the lunch and learn. And so I'm kind of looking over at that going, okay, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Yes. Okay, let me come down here on the table. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start out with some strips here. And so these are those 12-inch ribbon tails, except we're going to use those as part of our bow. So I'm going to lay one down here. I'm going to lay crisscross that one and then another one here. All right. Don't forget, we also have, this comes with this pink ribbon. Oh my goodness, right? So I am going to get this on a spool holder. And I don't want ribbon tails. This is just going to be a round bow, so I don't need a ribbon tail. So I'm going to come out about 6 inches. And then I'm going to come out 12 inches and loop it around. So I have a 6-inch loop right here. Hang on, it's backwards for me. Let me start that over again. 6 inches here, pinch it, come out 12 inches, pinch it, bring it around. Twist. Come out 12 inches, pinch it. We're going to twist it on the back side. Hang on a second, I'll show you. So we've got 2 loops. We're going to twist it again and do 12 loops, 12 inches. Bring it back around. Give it a twist, pretty side up, and another 12 inches. So now I have 2 loops on each side, or I should have. Let me see if I got that. I feel like I lost it there somewhere. 1, 2, yes I did, right here. Hang on. 1, 2, loop. Pretty side up. 12 inches. Bring it around back. Give it a twist. 12 inches. Because 12 inches will give you a 6-inch loop, right? So that's why I say 12 inches. Twist it again. Come out 12 inches. Bring it around back. And twist it so that the tail is facing you. Now, this is where it really starts to become a little bit different. So I'm going to cut that off. I don't need a long tail because this is actually going to require some zip ties. So I'm going to lay this. Actually, I'm going to put that one up there. I'm going to lay that right on top, and I'm going to pinch all of this together in the center where we laid out that ribbon before, and we're going to zip tie all of this together. But we're not done yet. Well, if Stephanie can get a hold of that zip tie. And if you are familiar with working with zip ties and your ribbon, you know already that before you tighten it completely, you just want to make sure that all your ribbon is facing the right direction. Like I just let go of that, so I just want to make sure that all of my dots are facing the right direction. The pretty side is facing up, etc., etc. Okay, and there's. Make sure it's all laying right where I want it to be, nice and smooth. All right, now I feel a little bit better, and I'm gonna tighten that completely down, bring it around back and tighten it. Oh, this one's a little uneven, so I'm gonna pull it. See how I had more over here than I did here, so I'm just gonna bring it over to me a little bit. I started to tighten that down already, so it's a little tight. There we go. Now I can tighten it down. Let's get rid of that. All right, so now we're going to take our next ribbon, which is going to be our velvet burgundy. And we're going to do the same thing that we did on the previous one. So we're going to start out with 6 inches here, pinch it, come out to 12, pinch, bring it around back, twist, 12 inches, pinch, bring it around back. Hang on. And twist this so that the pretty side's facing forward. 6 inches, and I'm going to cut that off right there. So this one is only going to have 2 loops. And we're going to put that right on top of this one. Take another zip tie. Charlotte, you're never late, girl. Never late. You know that. Hopefully you had a nice little visit with your sister. That's more important, trust me. I'm going to bring a tail up here and a tail down here. Make sure my loops are pretty even, and then I'm going to bring that around back. Tighten it up and snip. Our pink one, watch what happens now when we introduce that pink. So we're going to do 2 loops again on this one. So we're going to need another zip tie. But don't forget we have this beautiful spray. So if you are somebody that likes to add some florals or greenery to your bows, now is a good time to do it, because that zip tie is going to hold it together. So hold on a moment. I want to see if I want to add some to here. I may not put it in this bow. Let me put it after we add the bow. I'm warming up my glue gun over here off to the side. All right, so now we're going to take that pink. Now, at this point, let me show you this other bow so you can kind of get an idea. This one has the same exact technique, but I just didn't put as many loops in it. And this one has tails. So this is the same technique. We did 6 inches and then we counted out 12. There's 12 inches here. Then this one, I went into 10 inches. So the next one that we're going to do is actually going to be 5 inches, or no, 4 inches. So we're going to come in a little bit, but look how pretty and neat that bow looks. And again, I only did 1 loop on each one. So watch this. If we want, we can actually make some longer tails right now. And I'm going to do that just for aesthetics. So we're going to come out and I'm going to pinch this off at 12, and we're going to start at 12. And this time we're going to come down to 10 inches. Put it together, twist, 10 inches, pinch, bring it around back, twist it so that the pretty side's forward, 10 inches, bring it around back, twist, 10 inches, pinch, back, twist, hold the phone please, there we go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect. And make sure my pretty sides are facing me. And there we go. I need the black ribbon in red. Do you have that one? The black ribbon. What black ribbon? I'm not using a black ribbon today. Tina, what is it? Oh, good for you, Virginia. You're ahead of me. All right, so now I'm going to put that right on top of that. Look. I'm going to use a zip tie, and we're going to pull them all together. And then we're going to recap here in a minute. Oh, you need that back ribbon in red. You mean the velvet one? Or this one? You mean the jute ribbon? I think I might actually have a roll or 2 left. I don't know. I'd have to go look. Of jute ribbon in red. Okay, yeah. It's called up jute netting. So Tina, if you go on the website, just search the word net and see what comes up. I did have it in red, but I'm thinking in my head that it's sold out. If Heather was on here, she would tell you. All right, look at this. Look at this. Now, I am going to dovetail this right here. We're going to dovetail this one. When it comes to making bows, remember, there is no rules. You know, just like this, I started out with the back. We used the 12-inch tails in both colors. And by using this burgundy back here, it actually helps you layer it. So you can see that burgundy in the back. Then we've got the gold, excuse me, silver. Get rid of that. We did two loops on each side on the bottom. We did one loop on each side of that velvet, and then we went back to 2. There's no rules. You can use 3, you can do 1. Like I said, this one has 1 on each side. So Virginia, this technique can actually be used with a bow maker too. You know, I have the Easy Bow, I have the M's Bow and Go, I have a Bow Dabra, and I use my Bow Dabra a lot as an extra pair of hands because of the same thing. You know, it hurts sometimes to hold it. I'm going to take a small piece of this pink and I'm going to fold it in half because I don't want the mechanics, meaning that zip tie, showing when I get done. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring it around the center. And now it's going to cover up that zip tie. I've seen people make it so that it's longer and they can tie it into a knot. I'm not a big fan of that. What I like to do is take my glue gun without getting burnt and glue it down. And I'm going to snip that a little off because it's a little more than I need. I love it. Eli's in there going to teach Uncle Gary, who has a black belt, how to do jiu-jitsu or taekwondo or whatever it is they're working on. All right, so that's going to take a minute to set up. But again, it covers up that the mechanics with that zip tie. Super fun. Friends, I just realized, epic fail. I forgot one important thing. I forgot to add some floral wire or pipe cleaner to it before I tightened it up completely. So we're going to work that in there. So I'm going to take a piece of floral wire because we have to be able to attach it somehow, right? Hello. So I'm going to take a piece of floral wire and scoot it in underneath one of those zip ties. Virginia, you are not alone. Not alone at all. Thank you, Claire. Especially now that I added glue, huh? Here we go. I'm going to try and wiggle it, squeeze it, push it. So this is the wreath kit of the month for the month of December. I don't know. I didn't look to see exactly how many, but I do know we had a few of them left before I went live. If you like this kit and you want to get in on the reoccurring subscription for the wreath kit of the month, you have one delivered to your door every month. They never change prices, so it's always $52 no matter what I put into it. And you will always be guaranteed that I will go live, or I will at least show you my version of it. Every time I do, I go live, but I was like, maybe I might record it one time, but I always go live so far. So, and what way that is important is we do a lot of wreath kits at Festive Creations by Stephanie, but I don't make every one. This one, you're going to be guaranteed that I'm going to make it so that it gives you some inspiration on how you might want to do yours. And of course, I want you to use your own imagination. I want you to make it your way. It's just some suggestions, and it's just my idea of the design. Okay, let's bring this back here, and I'm going to bring our wreath back down. Ba-ba-da-bum. Yes, please. Check that out. How pretty. Before I tighten that down though, I want to look at what we're going to do with our greenery. So this actually is going to break apart in 3 sections, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. Joan, happy Friday Eve. Hello, hello. Hey, thank you, Tina. All right, so this kit also comes with this spray. I keep looking at my watch and I forgot I've got it on the charger. It didn't charge for me last night. So I want to do this before we tighten down the bow because it's going to go underneath that bow. So I'm going to use this twist tie and I'm going to add some of that spray in the twist tie. I'm just going to loosely put it in there for right now. And there we go. See how it's going to flow? Can you guys see that? There we go. That's a little better picture. I wonder why this is so close. Hold on just a moment. Let me see if I can get this a little further away. Yeah, there we go. So now we have that coming out of there, and then we can take our other pieces and position them accordingly. So maybe one there, and this has got the big long tail on it, so hang on just a second. And we can go this way. And don't forget, we've got the tails, so that can go right in between these. Oh my gosh. So this then becomes your triangle. So you've got that focal point, and now you've got that triangle pattern going on there. Oh, Teresa, I'm excited for you. Charlotte, I think so too. I think so too. All right, so let's go ahead and permanently attach these down here. I'm going to put them in that position, and they're wired, so if we need to shift them around a little bit more, that's okay too. But this gives you a good idea of what it's going to look like underneath, and we don't always get that view, right? So I'm going to tighten it down, put this one here, and I'm using my twist tie. Now, because it's exposed, I'm going to add some hot glue because I don't want it shifting anymore. I want it to kind of stay where I have it. Now, I'll be able to spread this out and maneuver it around, but I don't want the base to shift. So we'll do that. And while that is cooling off, I might spread this around. Another thing too, you'll notice that this is like wispy right over the sign. When you have that sign that's totally detached from the other elements, it gives it a very unbalanced look. So I always try to have something, even if it's just barely touching the edge of our sign, and it just makes it flow and connect. The twist ties themselves, friends, the white actually is part of the design. So I'm not going to cut them off. Sometimes I'll ball them up like this and make them like a little flower center. And just make them part of the wreath. Can't find it under netting. Did you, instead of netting, just do net? Yes, Tina, send me an email and I will have, we'll look in the morning. Absolutely. All right. That's still chilling. Let me tuck these in. See, it's almost like a flower center when I put them in that little ball position. And of course, some of them will be covered up with the bow, so I don't necessarily need to worry about those. And mine is sitting right here. Oh, Virginia, I'm excited for you. This is one of my favorite kits, I will tell you. And even if you do not sell Valentine's Day, friends, Debbie, are you still on? Because you're the one I think that said that you that people don't buy Valentine's Day, or at least your followers don't, your niche. But if you were here when I first went live, I talked about how this is one of those versatile designs because this doesn't have to be Valentine's Day. This would be great for a bridal shower. It would be great as a Mother's Day gift. It would be great for a grandparent's gift. It can, a wedding gift, right? So it doesn't have to be, because it doesn't say Valentine's Day on it. It can be anything related to romance of any sort. So think about how you're presenting it and what kind of designs you're doing. Like next year, so remember, we have to design, I've got next year's Valentine's Day sign done. And so it doesn't say Valentine's Day, but it says hello, but it's got beautiful colors. It's got hearts in it. It's got some gold in it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be, it's just going to depend on how you market it, and who you market it to. So I would post something like, does your wife already have everything? Looking for that one-of-a-kind, unique item. No one else is going to have it. Handmade. And, sell it that way, because a lot of women, a lot of men, or how do I want to word that? People want to be different. Most people don't want the manufacturer. They don't want the cookie cutter. They want to know that their spouse took time out to do something unique and different for them. And this would be something like that. So it can be how you market it. I'll take my Valentine's themed items to craft shows, and you wouldn't believe how many I've sold throughout the year. So even in fall, I remember one, was it a fall one? It might've been a summer one that I did one time. And the woman just absolutely adored the wreath that I brought with me. It was a Valentine's Day wreath. And I think it actually had a Valentine's Day sign on it. But she loved the colors so much. She loved the design that she said, I don't care. I don't care. I love it. I want it. It's mine. She didn't care that it was for Valentine's Day. And she said, I don't care when I hang it. I want this one. And she bought it. Let me tell you, she went home with it that day. It just goes to show you that we want to avoid trying to make the decisions for our customers. Let them make their own decisions. But I definitely appreciate the fact that you don't want a storage unit full of wreaths that aren't selling, but I'm just trying to give you some ideas on how to market it. Okay. Yes. I love this. Hang on. We're going to get the bird's eye view here in a minute. As soon as I spread this out a little bit more. I'm super, super pleased with this one. I love the pink iridescent look here. Oh, awesome. Debbie, exactly. And if you have somebody that is remotely looking at it, don't be afraid to say, you know what? This would be a great gift for your sister who has everything, right? What is that? I think that was my sister-in-law. So, oh, heck, I thought I was down here. So there we go. Now let's bring it up on the wall and see what it looks like on the wall. Okay. And action. Y'all, this is absolutely fun. Let me get this a little closer for you. Check that out. Love it, love it, love it. Can you guys see it pretty good? Super fun. Super fun. I will take some video and a little bit better picture. It looks like it's a little dark on the video for you guys, but it's super, super fun. And easy to put together, you know, especially with that spray. We just divided that up into 3 sections and it easily went right in there. So hopefully it gives you some inspiration on how to do your kit. And if you haven't got this kit and you want to, if there's any left on the website, I did pin a link to it down below. It is a subscription. You get a new kit every month. And of course you can cancel at any time. I'm going to go check on the kids. And I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching tonight. Love it. Did it get you in the mood anyway? Oh, all right. All right, Carol, thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, friends, have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow at noon. Have a good one.